Hey guys. So I have a long story to tell you. I don't know why I got these in my ears. I need it mostly for the microphone, but this will be long. So if you don't like long, just go do something else. Uh, I had 4 or 5 phones. I had 4 phones for myself. I bought a fifth phone for a friend. They all got canceled for non-payment. Okay, that was with Verizon. So, and Verizon turned them off, turned them back on, turned them off, turned them back on over a period of months, trying to get me to pay the bill, which I am totally responsible for and have didn't realize that I wasn't actually paying it. I thought we were paying the bill month to month, and I feel like I have experiences where Verizon said things like, okay, your bill's taken care of, or your bill is paid, or stuff like that. And apparently it doesn't match up with reality. So who knows? So then off and on and off and on and off and on and off and on, like I said. And then at some point they turned it back on, and I renegotiated the bill from 450 a month down to 227. And I was so proud of myself, I even told a friend. Then, of course, they turned them back off because nobody had paid the bill. I thought somebody would come along and paid the gigantic bill. So then they were back off again. But while they were on that last time, I had bought, when they turned them off the first time, I went out and bought a different phone from a different company. I bought a Jitterbug phone, and it is, what can I say gently? It's a phone. Let me say that much. So, yeah. So, when Verizon turned the 4 or 5 phones back on for what may or may not be the last time, I not only renegotiated the bill, but I also tried to get into I'm trying to get verified by Google enough that I can establish the new Google Play store within the new Jitterbug phone. Now, when I went in the very first time, and I've tried 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, I don't know, so far in the last few weeks. When I went in the first time to establish it, Google Play said, well, we're going to send you a verification at your phone. Well, all the phones, of course, have been turned off. So I could not remember my regular main Gmail password. That was probably 5 or 6 weeks ago. And I cannot remember it today. And I've tried I think I've honestly tried every password that I recently have used. So, so when they turned the phones back on, I thought, okay, this is a good chance to get verified. So I went to Google, tried to get into Google Play. Google said, well, something's wrong here. We don't trust the situation. We're going to have you wait 6 days before we establish this again before we send you the clue or the verification of the verification or whatever. So, of course, by then the phones were turned back off again. Now I'm here on October 1st, 2025, and I still cannot get into Google Play on the Jitterbug phone, which all in all doesn't bother me too much, except I'm an older person with disabilities. I have a program from the city of Fremont, where I live, that they will pay for 30 round trips per month for a Lyft ride at a somewhat reduced rate. And I use that service maybe 2 to 4 times a month. I'll make a round trip. So maybe I use 4 to 8 of them in a month. So all that's going on. I cannot get into Google Play on the Jitterbug phone. I believe I've tried to get a hold of Google Play. I will try again. This is probably going to be an ongoing thing since it's already been going on for 4 or 5 weeks, I think. Of course, Google has no phone that I know of that I can call up as a disabled person or any other kind of person and say, hey, dude, we have a situation here. So maybe I go to the city of Fremont and say, hey, this is what happened. Can you help me in some way or not? I don't have a caregiver, a paid caregiver by the county as of yet. So, yeah, that's that. So that's that. And I go into Google Play about once every other day because I don't want to, I've heard that if you put in 3 passwords that are not correct at a time, then they lock you out for 24 hours or something. And I would try to reset my password again, but it's been funky. I think Google thinks I'm messing around with them. So the only place in the world that I know that I can get into my Gmail is on this little laptop that I'm taping this on, which is an old Dell 3400 Latitude. And it knows me enough that it lets me in. But if I go into reset password mode here and it decides not to let me in, I will be locked out of my Gmail. So I don't want to do that. So I have to figure out a way to get Gmail's attention or Google Play's attention somehow. One thing I'm going to try, and I think I tried it once already, is to have Gemini walk me through simply adding the new phone number in my Gmail settings. If I could get Google to accept that new number, which I think I tried once and they wouldn't do, then I could have them verify me through the new number. But still not sure that'll work either. So yeah, so that's everything on this. This is probably show 1 or part 1, which I should have put up in the front probably somewhere. All right, kids. Talk to you soon. I will be expounding on this more probably